Hey, it's Katsupanta coming to you from Costa Rica, and in this short training, I'm going to show you how to use Periscope. Here's the app Periscope, and just an FYI before I get into the training, I am using an iPhone, so just in case you're using an Android, it may be slightly different. So just a quick FYI on that. I already have the app obviously installed on my phone, or just someone's driving by. I already have it installed, but what's going to happen is when you install the app, right, you find it in your app store, it's going to ask you to connect to your Twitter account. So you have to do this, and when you do connect it with Twitter, it's going to give you the option of either continuing on and using the same Twitter handle that you have, or it gives you the option to change it. If you don't change it here, then you can never change it again. So just FYI on that. I mean, it's easier if you already use your Twitter handle everywhere else. It'll be the same for Periscope. But it does allow you to change your name and things like that. It's just a handle will continue on if you don't change it at this point when you're first installing Periscope. And another thing too is it's going to sync with your profile picture from Twitter unless you go into Periscope after and change it. Once you change it in Periscope, it will no longer sync with your Twitter profile picture. So just two FYIs on that. But let's just jump right into Periscope. So what happens is when you open Periscope, you're going to see icons at the bottom of the screen here. There's four icons, right? So this one looks like a TV, and this is where it's kind of like the home page, home news feed, right? This is where it's going to show you who's live, right? And it's also going to show you, so these are the ones that are live right now, and then it's going to show you replays of recent ones. And these are usually the people you're following, right? Sometimes it'll show featured or anything like that. So I just did one a little while ago because I'm doing a Periscope party later for followers. But yeah, you can look through recent replays. The thing with Periscope is that your replay is only up for 24 hours. After that, it's no longer available. You can get it though if you connect with an app called catch.me, Katch.me, and it'll have your recordings up for longer. So just FYI on that. So that's the first icon here, the TV. Then you have the world. So the world one, I'll click on that. It gives you a list of who's on. So you can either have map list or map view or list view. List view is precisely what that is. It's a list view of everybody that's on Periscope that's live. So you can see all these ones, right? When there's a red line next to the picture, as you see here, the red line, that means they're live. So it pretty much shows you who's live, and you can kind of just tune into their scope. Another way to find people is map view. This one is actually the more popular view. And here what will happen is, as you see, so it's showing North America, it shows you. So there's 8 people here, right, near 10 near Toronto, 18, right, and you can zoom in on it and it'll show you, so let's say I click on the 18, right, so now there's 17, and then it shows you the list here. And again, these are live. So it really allows you to right? So you can kind of swipe right or left to see the whole world and where people are scoping from. And map view is actually the more popular way, because I mean this is what Periscope is about, right? It allows you to kind of see different things from all over the world, kind of different, I mean depends on who you're following and what you want to get out of Periscope, right? There's people like Euromaestro that shares, he goes into, he's in France and he shows a lot of like monuments and stuff, and he's never on the scope, he just shows where he is. There's people that cook, there's people that do news, there's people that are just on there just to have fun, right? There's people that actually share like different kinds of trainings, or TV hosts, or I mean there's so many different things you can do with this, right? For example, my scope is about my kind of lifestyle here in Costa Rica, internet lifestyle design and online marketing, and like just tips about how to build a business online, and just sharing. So I do scopes from the beach sometimes. I do different kinds of things. And that's what my scope is about. So this is something you can put some thought into in terms of what you want to scope about if you're here to do scopes like live broadcasts, or if not, you can just set up a profile account here, and you can actually just go on and watch people here. So that's the icon down here, right? This thing is wanting to record, and I don't want to record with it. Okay, it disappeared. So the next one that you're going to see is this one. I don't know what you would really call this. It's like a circle with like a red thing. So I'll go to that. And now this is where you set up your own broadcast. So this, what are you seeing now? What's going to happen is that, and again, maybe, I think it's the same for Androids. This is where you type in your title, right? So as you can see, there's a thing here. I didn't know what to do this what to do with this when I first started. If you don't write anything in, it'll just show as an untitled broadcast. But you can type anything in here. If you're doing like keywords and stuff, you can do them. This is also where you can put hashtags. That way, when you go live, this button, when it's enabled, right? So right now it's enabled. So I just clicked it off, Twitter post off. But I always keep this on, because what's going to happen is it's automatically going to sync with your Twitter account. And it's going to say live on Periscope, and then show your title and your hashtag. So you can actually bring in people to watch your scopes from Twitter as well. And then when you enable this, afterwards, after your broadcast, you can go to Twitter and you can actually grab your link of your scope, because you can't get it through Periscope, at least for now, right? As at the time of this training, maybe I have to update this later, but for now, that's how you can get your link. So if you want to show people a broadcast and you don't want them to just go through all your broadcasts, right, that are available, you can get it through Twitter, but only if this is enabled, right? And then people can retweet and all that, right? So there's the Twitter button, right? This one is if you want it to, if you will only allow for people that you follow to comment live on your scope of broadcasts. So you can either have anyone comment, because people can jump on, right? Like as you saw in the map view, anyone can come into your scope and just watch and comment and chat and stuff, right? If you don't want that, if you only want the followers, then you can enable this, right? I always keep this off though, because I like to interact and have new people on. Once in a while you'll get a troll, you can just block them live on the broadcast. Next you have this little lock, and the lock is if you want to do private broadcasts. So if you only want to do it to certain followers, you can do this where it's not available to the public, it's only available to a select few, right? And then this one is your location. So you can have your location on or off. I just turned it off, precise location sharing off or on. I have it on because that, this is kind of one of those things where if you're comfortable with sharing where you are, then I would keep this on, because people can find your scopes through that world view, right? The map view. If you don't have this on, they can't find you there, right? They won't know where you're coming from. And it's not as precise anymore as it was in the beginning. So they can't really, it's not like street view level. So if you're at home and you're not comfortable, but it'll still show a fairly, accurate location of where you are. So if you want to just do public ones with the location on, that's up to you, right? And then once you have your info here, right, what's going to happen is you're going to see this, because when you first come on, it's not going to have a button, because it's actually going to see if your connection is good enough. I'm on Wi-Fi, so my connection is good. And this broadcast button is going to appear. You click Start Broadcast, and I'll do one in a moment, right? I'll just do a quick one with you in a moment. Because I can show you some of the things that you can do while you're live on it. But for now, I'm going to X out of this, and I'm just going to show you the last icon here on the bottom right. So this is actually this is my profile, right? I'm going to click this to go back. Oh, sorry, confusing here because I'm using my screen. So this is actually where you can search for people, right? This button here, when you press it, so here is kind of like who I'm following on Twitter, right? Right? It shows me, so I can follow them here too if they're on Periscope, right? And then there's also featured, right? So this is featured PBS. Or you can click this magnifying glass. So I'll do that. And then it allows you to search for people. The thing is that what you can do is you can either search for handles, so like a Twitter handle if you know of someone, or if you know their Periscope handle, you can type it in. You can type in their name, and you can also type in the keyword. So you can search actually by keywords, and that's why I wanted to show you my profile after, because your profile is searchable, right? It's searchable in Periscope, and you don't have to have hashtags in your Periscope profile, because right now hashtags don't really matter here. They're not clickable, not like on Twitter. So just you can use main keywords here, and you'll be able to be found. So now, so that's the search, right? And then on the top right, this is your profile. So you can click on it. So here it is. So this is my picture, right? I have it synced with Twitter right now. This is my name, right? And then you can change this line out, right? And I added in my website to catscopes.com, and I actually do more in-depth scope training there. If you want to access it, it's free. I actually have in a PDF format this training about how to navigate and use Periscope. So that's there. And then I have a more intense training there about how to build your Periscope account. If you're building a brand or presence or business online, I show you ways to actually, build up your account so you get like followers and get people watching your broadcasts and things like that. So I've been on it for about a week and a half, so I'm at over 130,000 hearts. And so here's your Twitter, right? So this is the Twitter handle. This is what you cannot change once you're in Periscope after that initial install, right? And this is your hearts. So hearts on Periscope are kind of like your social currency, right? When I'll show you in a moment, I'll go on a live broadcast. I'll see who's live right now. And what you can do is you can tap the screen, like you can continue to tap the screen, like double tap it, and hearts will pop up. And then the hearts are the same color as your profile of when you jump on their scope. And it pretty much gives them hearts, right? So this is how I've gotten hearts, because people come on my scopes and they give me hearts live. And you'll see that maybe hopefully someone will jump on my scope when I do one now, this impromptu training one, and you'll see the hearts come up live on the screen, right? So this is my profile, right? My profile description. So I'm an entrepreneur, social media marketer. I do mindset and lifestyle tips. This is my blog, puravidadreams.com. And these are kind of like the keywords too that people can find me by. So that's why I said, to think about what your profile is about. And if you want to edit it, you just click on edit, right? Let me click on that. And let me just see, it's not opening. There it is. So all it allows you to do is, so this is where you can change your picture. Again, if you change it here, it won't sync with your Twitter picture anymore. This is where you can change your name, right? So I added in catscopes.com. And then this is where you can put your profile description. That's it. And then you just click done, right? I'm not going to edit mine. Mine's already done. Oh, whoops. I'm getting confused here because I'm like using the computer and then my phone. So this is when you scroll down, this is people that you're following, followers, people that you've blocked. These are live broadcasts, right? And then there's some settings in here. Share Periscope, help center, send feedback, legal, right? And then there's a log out button at the bottom. I'm just going to go into the broadcast. So what happens is, as you can see, these are two recent broadcasts I did 2 hours ago, and then I did one 19 hours ago, right? So this one is still like the color is defined, right? Color is defined. Color is no longer defined here. It's faded out. This means that these scopes are no longer available because they're more than 24 hours old, right? So this was 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, right? So people can't watch these anymore. Now they can only access them. See the notifications constantly coming up. It's notifications of people going live. And you'll get that. If you have your notifications on your phone, then you're going to get like constant notifications of people going live on Periscope. It's sometimes distracting, but also very addictive. Right? So this is just kind of shows you all the scopes that I've done, right? So I've been on it, I've been on it for 15 days. So a little over 2 weeks. And these are my scopes, right? But those aren't available anymore. And it'll only show your most recent ones. So let's see if I can go. So I just clicked on the TV button at the bottom. Sorry, this thing keeps popping up to record the screen. Okay, so we have, let's see who's live. Let's see this Atlanta City Air Show, Fairy Girls Tag Tribes. So I'm going to click on it. So now this is what it looks like when you go on. So on the iPhone, you can swipe right or left, and then when you swipe to the side, you can swipe up. And let me actually see if I can, okay, maybe we can hear this. You have the person's name, right? Right, here you can click to follow. You have the share button right here. You have the hide chat button here. And then here it shows you your viewers, like how many person has live, right? And then I swipe back, and now if I tap the screen, you see my pink hearts show up. So I'm giving this person hearts right now, right? There's a green heart, mine is pink though. And the way that I know that it's me is it shows me here, right? So my profile color, right, is pink. So my hearts are pink. This person is a green, so their hearts are green, right? So that's all it is, right? I'm going to X out of this now. And on Android, I believe it's you swipe up or down, okay? And then let me just try to swipe. Okay, it's going back. My phone is okay here. So going back to the live scope, right? Just this is going to be really quick. Let me just type it in. So what happens is when you start typing, right, it's going to show your camera facing out. So it's good to kind of, because people sometimes forget that when you go to the live scope, it first shows what your camera is showing out facing, right? Not facing you. It's not the camera facing you, it's the camera facing out. So what I'm showing right now is my screen, right? I'm showing you my screen. I spelled quick wrong. Quick scope how to on my phone, right? And what we'll do is right. So I'll just show you live kind of what it looks like. So you know, zoom in on something. Like you can zoom in on your location. You can show where you are. You can zoom in on, you know, you can show a book, a picture, whatever it is, food, right? If you're doing a food scope, anything like that. And then what you're going to do is going to press start broadcast, right? So it's kind of weird because I'm recording my screen and then I'm also shooting a picture of my screen. It's like that never-ending picture, right? So I'm going to hit start broadcast. So this is what it looks like live. So let me actually, you know, I'll go on something else. I have this weird bug picture. So those coming on my live scope right now, I'm actually doing a scope training on my computer, and I just wanted to do a how-to of how to actually use the scope. You guys can see that there's 3 people on right now, and if anyone would like to give me some hearts, I would really appreciate that. You're going to be on my live training on YouTube, because this is the live training. So Kieran 15, Marka, so you see people coming on the scope right now, right, on the training on my computer. And I would appreciate some hearts, guys. I would really love that. Thank you. There's a green heart. There's some green hearts. So whoever's profile is green is giving me hearts. Mark L is giving me hearts. So thank you so much, Mark. So when you're doing the live scope, you can swipe to the right, right? And this is on an iPhone, and you can swipe up and down and see who's actually live. So Kieran is giving me hearts. Thank you so much. You're going to be on YouTube, Kieran. This is going to be my how-to training on YouTube because I'm a marketer, online marketer. Thank you so much, Mark91. I appreciate that. So you guys can see that you can interact live with your audience. You see those hearts going up on your screen. And then if you want to face your camera towards you, you double tap it. So now it's showing me, and I'm doing the training from my my desktop. Yeah, I love Costa Rica too. It's fantastic. I fell in love with it, and then I moved here, and my hair's like all crazy. So New York, Swabi 25, thanks for coming on. If you want to go back to the other, so it shows you. So I'm back to my bug picture, and it shows you swipe down to stop, double tap to change the screen. And that's my cat, sorry. So I'm going to swipe down. Thanks, guys, for coming on the broadcast. I'm just going to finish this out. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial here. So if you want to stop the broadcast, you swipe down and you press stop broadcast. And your broadcast is over. So now it shows you the stats, right? You can see it was 71% retention, 7 total viewers. It was a duration of 1 minute and 54 seconds. It shows my location kind of in the middle of the ocean, right? it shows me I had 23 live viewers. It shows me who gave me hearts, and then at the bottom you can delete it or you can hide the chat. You can't click on this part though, the live viewers. It won't show you everybody. And now what I can do is I'm going to click X out. I'm going to go back and I'm going to, just down here, right? I'm on my profile. I'm going to click on broadcasts. And now you guys can see this was the scope I just did, right? And if I want to see the stats on it again, right, I can click on it. And again, I can see who is on it. And now it shows me my cat. I have a lot of cats. It shows me that I got a total of 788 hearts live on the broadcast, right? And then what's going to happen is I go back to my profile, and now my hearts went up, right? 131,339. So one tip too is that when you go in a live broadcast, if you give 500 hearts, or if someone gives you 500 hearts, and they go beyond that while they're on the scope, or while you're watching a scope, Periscope doesn't count past 500 hearts. You have to jump off the scope broadcast and jump back on, or when you're watching the replay. The thing is with Android with replays, if you want the counts that you're giving to count, you have to watch the entire replay. Otherwise, none of your hearts will count. So that's kind of like one of the things with Androids. With iPhone, if you want to watch a replay but you can't finish it and you've been giving hearts, it's still going to count the hearts. So that's one difference between iPhone and Android that I know of. So that's it, guys. This is kind of as quick as I could do it, and just to show you how to navigate around. And again, I have this in a PDF format. You can check out the link in the comments or wherever it is that you're seeing this video on the page, whether it's on my blog or on YouTube. You can just put your email address in there, and you only get emails from us. We do actually have more training. We actually show you also how we leverage YouTube, how we leverage our blog, other social media, and show you how we build our business online over the shoulder. So that's available. And I also have that more in-depth Periscope training available there too that you'll get for free. And I just wanted to show you that quick right now. So how to Periscope 101, this is the PDF that you'll get if you put your email address into that page there. And it pretty much just goes over what I just went over, right? So thanks guys for watching. I hope you get value out of this, and let me know in the comments if this has helped you, and just go out and implement into your scopes. And follow me at here's a little bit of what the PDF looks like. It has a little bit more about who I am. So let's see here. Okay, just follow me at Katsapanta ELQ. At Katsapanta ELQ, and I'll follow you back, and I'll jump on your scopes and give you hearts and stuff. So thanks again for watching, and I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. And again, it's Katsapanta coming to you from Costa Rica. Pura Vida!